Welcome everybody to part 51 of Majora's Mask, and what I'm doing right now is I'm reflecting the sunlight to this mirror right here, and once it absorbs enough light I will go on to this next mirror on the left, and I will reflect this light to this mirror, and once I get enough mirror light to this mirror, I will use it on the sunblock and I will able to continue through Stone Tower Temple. So yeah. Just make sure you hold enough light on those mirrors long enough so that they will light long enough so you don't have to go through this over and over again. So yay. Of course, once we get a certain item in this dungeon, we will no longer use the lights from the sun. So yeah. Oh, folks, we are in this room now. There is a Deku flower, so that means we're going to have to use our Deku form, and these gust winds, they're going to be important. Now before I attempt this, there is a treasure chest on the other side of this room that's covered by fire. Now, if we want to get all of the stray fairies in this temple, what we have to do is we have to douse the fire on the other side first. So down below in the lava pool, there is a Goron switch that we need to stomp on. Ow. Anyway, what it will do is it will deactivate another switch in this lava pool on the other side. It is that switch that will disable the fire around the treasure chest on top. But here's the problem, folks. That Goron switch, it's timed, and when it goes back up, the fire will go back up on the switch. And guess what, folks? We're going to have to use the Goron roll to get over to this side because yeah, it won't give us enough time to make it from here to there just by walking. And to add even more headache to this little test, the corridors around here, the air gusts and the beams and stuff, they are narrow. I mean, you can barely squeeze by, but only if you get at the right angle. And folks, this is the hardest, I repeat, the hardest stray fairy that you will ever get in this game. Trust me. It took me many, many, many tries to reach this switch. And it's so freaking annoying. Ugh. So eventually, I managed to get to the switch, and this is the footage that I used to, well, pretty much. This is the one that I managed to get through, like, the switch in time. So yeah, you just gotta roll up, make sure you keep rolling, because of course you can also bounce off it, and it's so freaking annoying. And just do it right, and you'll be able to make it and deactivate the switch. Thank God. And another thing, it took me a long time. If you noticed before I cut the footage that it was about 5 in the morning, well, now it's 2 in the afternoon on day 2. And that sucks. I mean, it took me a long time. And yeah, I mean, if you want to get all the stray fairies, be my guest, try it. But if you don't care about the stray fairies one bit, you can skip this part. So, but the reward for the Great Fairy, from the Great Fairy on this one, is actually kind of sweet. But yeah. Anyway, now what you want to do here is put on the Deku mask and start flying towards this gust of wind right there. Now, it'll look like you'll run out of steam here, but the gust of wind will actually give you an extra boost. And what you want to do here is go to this alcove first where the rupees are and open this treasure chest because it's another stray fairy we can collect. Yay. Now at this point we can do two things. We can use the Deku form and actually just run straight into the gust of wind, and it will automatically activate our flower propeller things. Or do what I'm doing right here and just start all over from the beginning, because I want to get a good angle. I want to start from the very beginning so that I'll get a good angle on my flight trajectory or something. So yeah. Alright, again, get into the flower, and then lift off and head straight towards the gust thing. You should have enough just to make it. And then once the gust gives you an extra boost, head towards the next gust. And you should just make it. And then I would like stay in this gust for a little bit so you can get your bearings, and then just go through this little hole and be careful of the real bomb chew. And you should just be able to make it to this gust so you can get to this ledge over here. And there's the treasure chest that was surrounded by fire, the one I had to like press both switches to deactivate to get this straight berry. But the reward will be worth it, folks. Trust me, it'll give us some. The Great Fairy again will give us something good. Alright, we're done with this room, so we'll go on to this next room. And in this next room right coming up, we'll be facing a mini-boss. Folks, meet the Garo Master. Now the Garo Master has twin flame swords that can attack Link, and this guy will jump around trying to slash Link. So try and keep your shield up so that you'll be able to, like his attacks will not connect to you. Also, if he misses you, he'll be like move around for a second or like stand there, and that is that when you should attack him. Also, he'll try and disappear and jump on top of you, and it's also at that point where you want to move out of the way. He'll stand there for a second and just take him down. Yeah, so it should not be a problem. Of course, afterwards, he'll pretty much yield to you and give you some nice advice. And it says something about shooting that red bloodstained emblem outside. Boy, where have we seen a red bloodstained emblem outside? And of course, after he's defeated, he self-destructs because he does not want to leave a body behind. And we get a treasure chest. Hooray! Now, the past 3 temples had bow and arrow related themes, so this one should not be any different. And we get light arrows. Wow, light arrows, huh? And they have appeared in Ocarina of Time too. So pretty much Princess Zelda near the end of that game gave us light arrows to help us defeat Ganondorf just before Zelda herself gets kidnapped by Ganondorf. And yeah, and we had to use these light arrows to bring down Ganondorf's barrier and to actually attack Ganondorf, like stun him so we can strike him with our sword. So, but this one, in this game, the light arrows serve like they pretty much function. They have many different functions in this game, and I'll show you what the light arrows can do in this one. So yeah. Anyway, in this room, hook shot up to the target right here, so you can get up to this narrow beam right here, and carefully make your way across. Oh goody, a hip loop. I haven't seen one of you guys since Woodfall. Yeah, but this one is different because it's masked, and to unmask it, hook shot the mask to take it off, and then I'm just going to use my hook shot from a safe distance to kill this thing because I don't want to get bumped. See how much stronger Link is from compared to my earlier videos? Yeah, that's the beauty of these games. It can make Link stronger. Also, notice this door in front of me. It has like the sun on top and the ground below. I think that's pretty interesting. And we have ourselves another enemy that's blocking our path. Now this enemy right here, this is the Igor. Yes, the Igor has finally made its way into the 3D games. In fact, it's the only 3D game this thing is in. Basically, the Igor here will pretty much move towards you if you get close enough to it, and its weakness is its eye. And Igor will smash the ground, and while it's temporarily stunned, shoot it in the eye. Now, if you move far back enough away from the Igor, it'll actually go back into its position, and it'll give you some breathing room. So yeah, all you have to do is go close to it again and just shoot in the eye, and eventually it will die. And the Igor has appeared in games like A Link to the Past and Link's Awakening, and it has appeared in other future games, but they're more like stone-shaped. Like, this one's more of a metallic statue-esque, so that's kind of weird. Anyway, for killing the Igor, we get a treasure chest, and inside will be another stray fairy. Goody. Alright. Now we go this way right here. It will take us back to the first room. And of course, yeah, we've gone through the entire length of Stone Tower Temple. Yeah, but there's more to this temple than meets the eye. I mean, you've seen a bunch of the ceiling that kind of looks like if it were flipped upside down, we could walk on it. And then the Garo Master did say if we shoot the red jewel outside, the earth will become the sun, and the sun will become the earth. Or the sky will become the earth. So, yeah, guess what that means, folks. We're going to be flipping this temple upside down. Now, before we flip the temple, we have to first leave the temple. So, that's what we're doing right now. Of course, when we leave the temple, you'll notice that the blocks are now back in their starting place, and that's because we've been playing the Elegy of Emptiness inside the temple, and of course, creating new statues will eliminate the old statues. So, what we have to do first is we have to get back to the other side where the owl statue is. Well, we can manipulate the blocks on this side to create a bridge that will take us back. But I would prefer the easy way and just go ahead and use the Ocarina of Time, play the Song of Soaring, and it'll warp us back to the owl statue, no problem. Alright, now we're back at Stone Tower. We're back at the owl statue, and of course, pots refilled with stuff. Actually, you can actually leave this area as long as you're in the same cycle to get resupplied and stuff, then head on back into this temple if you like. Anyway, folks, when you are ready to go back to the temple, what you want to do first is, well, we gotta arrange it so that we can get the red ruby thing, jewel thing shown. And to do that, we're going to move enough of the blocks so that we can actually see the red jewel thing. So just go on to move enough of the blocks so we can get a clear shot. And of course, leave statues. And then make sure you choose another form because, again, we don't want to play the Elegy of Emptiness as our current Link form. And of course, stepping on switch number 2 here, there's the ruby we need to shoot. So, who came up with the idea of this whole switching temple thing? I mean, who's the architect who designed this thing? Seriously. I mean, to be able to shoot a thing and then the temple will flip around, it'll invert on itself, that's kind of weird. Regardless, that's what we have to do in order to finish Stone Tower Temple once and for all. Alright. Alright, now jump on to the second platform, and when we get in there, just take out your newly acquired light arrows. Alright. And then with the light arrows, we'll just shoot at the red jewel thingy, and something should happen. And the temple is gonna flip. Oh my god, Link's going on the wall! Oh no! What? What the? Oh, whoa, hello. Well, Link somehow survived that transition into upside downdom, and now we're in the inverted version of the Stone Tower. And yeah, as you can see here, the ground is now up, and the bottom will now be, well, sky. And essentially turns the sky below us into a bottomless pit, and I don't know how that works. I mean, yeah. Now, of course, now there are 4 jumping blocks for us to get to the inverted temple. I don't know how that works. Now, you should be able to make the jump, but if you don't feel comfortable enough, just get the bunny hood so you can make the jumps no problem. And we'll hop these 4 blocks into the inverted temple. And as you can see at the bottom of these statues, that's actually the Triforce symbol. The Triforce symbol is actually in Termina. Wow! Anyway, we are now in the Stone Tower Temple, the inverted version of Stone Tower, and you can listen carefully, even the music's gone all twisted and perverted and stuff because we flipped everything. And if we take a look at our map, even the map has changed, because now there's a first floor and a second floor, while at the other one, it was the first and the basement. So yeah, this place has gotten weirder. Actually, you know what, to tell you the truth, at nighttime, this place can actually look kind of cool. Right there in front of us, that's the Majora platform to warp us to the boss room. So that means we have to flip the temple in order to get to the boss of the temple. As I can see here, the sunlight, the sunroof is now pretty much bottomless pit territory, so that also makes the temple a little bit more dangerous. So you gotta watch your step, folks. What I'm doing right now is, there is a sun switch that I want to shoot my light arrows at. And when I shoot the sun switch, it will produce a treasure chest, which contains another stray fairy for me to collect. Yeah, and some of the chests that I produced while the temple was right side up, we can now get while the temple's upside down. Blech. So anyway, folks, yeah. Again, this place will be a little more dangerous. And we'll explore the inverted Stone Tower Temple in part 52. Yeah, everything will be all twisted and stuff. See ya then, folks.